Alright guys, this is Sypher back again with another crazy ass video here today. I really did want to talk about this one a little bit sooner, but there's been so many leak information, a ton of Call of Duty news coming out that I really wanted to get out to for you guys. Hey guys, you know, I am trying to change my channel back to more of the Black Ops 4 days, where I'm more of a kind of leaker slash mostly I take criticism more to a lower level than I have been in the past for the past about 6 months. So I'm trying to bring back more and more of these kinds of videos to you guys, just so you guys can get back into it. I can get back into the flow and kind of maybe change up my YouTube a bit, bring it back up from where I used to be. So today we're talking about one of the most craziest big dick energies I have ever seen from a video game company. Like, this is fucking crazy. If you guys don't know, Bungie, which is now part of PlayStation, so they're part of PlayStation or Sony's studios. So Sony bought them out earlier this year. If you guys have a video on that from like 3 months ago, I'll link it in the pinned comment or whatever, pinned in the top right if you guys want to go see it. It's an older video. But apparently, so Bungie, if you guys don't know, so Bungie, I'm going to give you a little bit of background here before we dive into the main lawsuit and all that cool stuff. So, first of all, Bungie is suing somebody, is suing a YouTuber for $7.6 million. Million with an M, with a big M, $1 million. So this is fucking insane, but you know, it's crazy. But we're gonna give you a little. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a backstory. So Destiny and Bungie themselves have always been kind of, you know, one of those companies that really doesn't like people posting certain things on YouTube. Now, if you guys don't know, there is a lot of things between morally correct and what is illegal. There's some morally correct, correct things that is considered illegal. So if you guys don't know, a lot of people have not liked Bungie for them not ever releasing their soundtrack publicly onto YouTube. And you can only either get it like on Spotify or maybe even I don't even know if you can get it on Spotify, or you have to purchase it physically yourself, digitally. Which a lot of people don't like, because I'm not gonna lie to you, Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 both have phenomenal game tracks. Like, these game tracks are some of the best gaming soundtracks I have ever heard. That's one of the only good things I like about Destiny, is the soundtrack. Everything else can go fucking shit the bed. It's a piece of shit game series in my personal opinion. But the main soundtrack and the main actual like gunfight and gun battles and gunplay is great in Destiny. It's Bungie's main thing. But Bungie has never posted and doesn't like it when people post their soundtrack onto YouTube. So there's been a lot of videos where they do take down, due to people having, these content on their YouTube channel. They usually do a DMC takedown because within their legal copyright, that goes against their legal copyright policy. So there's this big thing where it is morally correct, to keep it there, because for many years to come, it will be there. It will be on there, because a lot of things that that don't happen, in the game scene, that game developers don't want to get posted, it sometimes will just get faded away into history. So I do understand this, coming from a morally perspective standpoint, it does make sense, but it is illegal to Bungie's copyright laws and systems that they have stated for, free to use on YouTube and stuff like that. It is against their copyright policy. So with that in mind, I hope that kind of explains this big lawsuit. But anyway, so this lawsuit, Bungie is suing a YouTuber by the name of Lord Nazio. So basically what happened is that he posted the whole soundtrack of Destiny 2 onto his YouTube channel. And Bungie is clearly, like stated this in December. Bungie's brand protection vendor, CSC Global, which is their like actual receipt thing where they use to do DMC takedown so that they can see what they take down. And this is kind of like what gets them flagged, for personal things, right? So among receiving this, the Lord Nazo, who had posted music from Bungie's original soundtrack for The Taken Ting, a Destiny expansion released in 2015 in violation of Bungie's intellectual property policy. In Bungie's experience, most YouTubers who receive DMC takedown notices voluntarily delete the infringing video and make an effort to avoid future infringements. Minor chose a different path. After receiving the takedown notice, Miner left his infringing video up for the with maximum possible time until late January 2020 when YouTube deleted it and insisted created a new Gmail address intended to mimic the syntax of the email address CSC used for Bungie's legitimate takedowns. So the email that he did create it was Jeffrey Willand scs@gmail.com. In February 2022, he purchased and uploaded multiple tracks from another OST, this time for Bungie's latest release, The Witch Queen. When Bungie had CSC send DMC takedowns for the second infringement and other infringing videos on his channel, Miner acted. He registered a second fake CSC email address and began to send out a wave of fraudulent takedown notices. So basically what happened is that he got so butthurt that Destiny was taking down his videos, DMC takedowns, because he thinks that he's morally and is correctfully doing, which I do get an extent, right? It does make sense. He's thinking morally, that hey, I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be taking down all of these videos and stuff like that. I'm making it public to the world. Yeah, I'm doing my part, right? That's probably what he's thinking. But Destiny really doesn't like this because they want to keep their properties their own, which is their legal right, and it is also in their contract. But it also doesn't make sense of why he's getting mad or butthurt when they literally told him, YouTube and them literally told him, hey, all you have to do is delete the video, you'll be fine, all right? You won't get this copyright strike, you'll be fine, right? Because if you guys don't know, if you upload a YouTube video, what mostly happens for most YouTubers, including myself, is that it goes through a checks and balances where they check to see if the YouTube algorithm picks up a song, and then what they do is like, okay, so you're not gonna get any advertising for us, and you're like, and most YouTubers, including myself, they're like, ha, no, I'm not, I'm gonna go re-edit it and re-upload it, bitch, and then that's what happens, and boom, now we're eligible for to not get copyrighted. Some companies what they do is they'll share profits. So if you do post a song that they do thing, and they don't want to completely take down your YouTube video or your YouTube channel, what they'll do is they'll share the profits where you only get partial credit for the video. So there is that as well. But like I said, most of this stuff does get handled at the lower level whenever a YouTuber does make these videos. Of course, himself, he literally did not do any of that, and he really just went on to literally, as he says, 96 separate times he made 96 fraudulent takedowns. Miner used his fake CS to exploit the hole in YouTube's DMCA process security that allows anyone at all to claim to be representing a rights holder for purposes of issuing a takedown with no real safeguards against fraud. So what they're saying right here that he did is that he committed fraud. Basically, if you guys don't know, fraud is one of the big no-nos in the US government, and also one of the big no-nos in YouTube's actual policy. Basically, he literally really did commit a really big fraud, because if you guys don't, Bungie and the rest of the lawsuit, they have a professional thing. The lawsuit will be in the description down below for you guys to go check out. But they're basically stating that with this of him, taking down videos, for example, right, let's say if I was a Bungie, video creator, right, and then I'm using my fair use policy, right, and then my video gets taken down. I'm like, what the hell? And then I go and I go look at Bungie's policies, and so I'm like, hey, my video is within fair rights, and now I'm having to talk to Bungie, and then Bungie's like, what the fuck's going on? And then they're trying to get to YouTube, be like, hey, this guy did not do anything wrong, why did this guy get taken down? And the YouTube's like, I don't know, man, like, there's nothing here. And then they have to go through a whole process and loops and jumps and through, even in the report, Bungie themselves said they had to jump through several loops to untake down channels and videos that were falsely, fraudulently taken down. And until they got through Google, which gave them the email that they used, that the Lord Nazo used to DMC take down these videos, they pretty much got a lot of evidence on it, because they use GCS to get their legal receipts, right? So they have receipts of everything that you take down. So 96 separate times Miner used his fake CSC to exploit the hole, and then 96 times Miner used sent DMC takedown notices purportedly on behalf of Bungie, identifying himself as Bungie's brand protection vendor in order to have YouTube instruct innocent creators to delete their Destiny 2 videos or face copyright strikes, disrupting Bungie's community of players, streamers, and fans. And all the while, Lord Nazo was taking part in the community discussion of Bungie's takedown, spreading disinformation. This caused Bungie significant reputation and economic damage for obvious reasons, as discussed below. So basically, they go on to talk about how that is actually, taking down their community, because it really does affect the community, right? Even back in 5 years ago, actually no, 3 years ago, even actually it was a lot sooner. It used to be where you couldn't upload anything from Nintendo, so you couldn't upload content from Nintendo like Mario Kart, Mario Party, any of these, unless you were like one of the, I think, 12 creators they had exclusively on YouTube that have exclusive rights to upload content of this kind. And if not, you would just lose, you get copyright strike, which means that your video is still up, but you just won't get any monetization. Now, DMC takedown means that the video is takedown, and you get a big fat copy strike on your channel, which is a big boo-boo for your channel. Whether you lose and you get affected for, I think it's like your first break is like 15 to 30 days, depending on the infringement. But still, it used to be where no one could upload stuff like this, and it was really hurting Nintendo there for a while, because a lot of people didn't really want to post Nintendo gameplay, and it actually was affecting Nintendo on a budget, because like they were losing revenue, because YouTube and the public domain now is very, very supportive to helping most of these game companies, right? So they changed this policy, made it to where you can upload your own content now, I believe so, onto YouTube. So that definitely did help Nintendo, and I've also been seeing a lot more Nintendo videos and stuff like that popping up on my YouTube feed that isn't just from these same creators, which I think is a very great leap for them. And Bungie also made it in thing that it damaged their reputation and community as a whole, because a lot of the community was like, why am I getting, falsely taken down for having fair use of your content and all this good stuff, which really does help, people not buy their DLC, not buy exclusive things in the shop, whatever that may be, to support the company as a whole. So Bungie really did take this to heart and really got deep into it, and they have so much evidence for this guy that this guy is getting fucked up the ass with his DMC shit. So basically, with fraud like this, I'm pretty sure he's gonna not have $7.6 million in his bank account, and I'm pretty sure he's most likely gonna go to jail. So this guy definitely got fucked up the ass. And this should prove, I think, should show YouTube that they need to get a way better system for finding somebody who is actually an official member of a company for DMC takedowns, and to prevent more fraud in the future, because it even took Bungie about 7 loopholes himself as a multi-millionaire company to even get to the information they needed to take down this guy and take down his Gmail accounts that he was using to fraudulently do these DMC takedowns onto other YouTube channels, which really did effectively hurt the community there for a while. I think it was really harming the community, and this is just amazing that one of these that a company like Bungie is actually having to go through this, and I'm surprised not even more companies have gone through this already. But this really, I think, is exposing something pretty big on the YouTube's whole DMC takedown policy, and how to become one. So I really do think hopefully YouTube will change this process. The bots are usually really good on YouTube, so it is what it is. I really do hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like I said, guys, if you guys want to go read the full, it's like 20 pages or something long, 33 pages long of a lawsuit, which is made publicly. All this stuff is public. If you ever want to find out a specific lawsuit, you just have to go and find it out there. It's 33 pages long. If you guys want to go check it out, the link is in the description down below. If you guys did enjoy today's video, though, please do leave a like rating down below. Subscribe to the channel if you want to. It helps me out. Maybe click that bell notification icon right next to it to hopefully get notified of when I do go live, post a new video, or maybe whatever, whatever comes first, right? Anyway, like I said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace out.